You all are welcome on Sangharshi Education. Dear students, we have solved exercise 1.1. Today we will solve exercise 1.2. Before solving the exercise 1.2, we should discuss some essential points, some main points. Let us discuss. First is irrational number. A number which cannot be written in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q both are integers and Q not equal to 0, is called irrational number. Definition of irrational number: a number is called irrational number if it cannot be written in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. These are some examples of irrational number: root 2, under root 3, under root 15, pi, etc. These are some examples of irrational number. Now let us discuss the second main point of this exercise: real numbers. What are the real numbers? Combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers. It means real number indicates are equal to rational numbers plus irrational numbers. Real number, which is denoted by R, is a combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational numbers including irrational numbers are called as real numbers. Third main point is real number line. Every real number is represented on the number line by a unique point, and a number line is called real number line. Number line is also known as a real number line. Because of this, all the real numbers having unique points are on the number line. So, real number line is called as number line, and a number line is known as real number line. These were some main points of this exercise. Let us solve the exercise. Dear students, first question of this exercise is: state whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answer. We have to say that these statements are true or false, and we have to justify your answer. First part of this question is: every irrational number is a real number. This statement will be true. This statement will be true because of this real number is the combination of rational number and irrational number. So, every irrational number will be real number. you can say see real number. Real number is a combination of rational number and plus irrational number. You can see it clearly that every irrational number will be real number. Because of this, real number is a combination of rational number and irrational number. So every rational number will be real number. This is true. Let us see the second point of this question. Every point on the number line is of the form root m, under root m, where m is a natural number. This statement will be false. This statement will be false because of this. This is our number line. Here we take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is -1, -2, -3, -4. Natural numbers. What are the natural numbers? The numbers with the help of which we count things are called as natural numbers. So, natural numbers will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on to infinite. Statement is every point on the number line is of the form under root m, and m is a natural number. These are the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. When we take under root of these numbers, natural numbers, this will lie in the positive direction of this number line. It will not lie in the negative direction. Because of this, the under root of natural number is a positive number. So, the statement every point on the number line is of the form under root m, where m is natural number, this will be false. Because of this, under root of natural number will be positive, and this will not lie in the negative direction, -1, -2, -3, -4. So every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. This is a false statement. Under root of m will lie in positive direction of this number line. So this is false. Third part of this question is every real number is an irrational number. Every real number is an irrational number. This statement is false statement. Because of this, we have seen it that real number is a combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers. The statement is every real number is rational number. You can see it clearly here. The real number will also may be rational number, and it also may be irrational number. Real number is a combination of rational number and irrational numbers. So the statement every real number is an irrational number, this is a false, because real numbers also may be rational numbers. This was the first question of this exercise. Let us solve the second question of this exercise. Second question of this exercise is Are the square root of all positive integers irrational? If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is a rational number. Are the square root of all positive integers irrational? This is false. Are the square root of all positive integers irrational? This is false, or you can say not. The square root of all positive integers are not irrational. Are not irrational. The square root of all positive integers are not irrational. If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is a rational number. So, example of number, the square root of 16 will be 4, and 4 is a rational number. The square root of 16 is a positive integer and its square root is 4, and 4 is a rational number. So this was the example, and this is the square root of all positive integers irrational. This is not true, or square root of all positive integers are not irrational. Example of this is positive integer 16, square root of 16 is equal to 4, and 4 is a rational number. Let us solve the third question of this exercise. Third question of this exercise is, show how square root 5 can be represented on the number line. We have to show that how square root of 5 can be represented on the number line. Let us see. Solution. We know that that 5 is equal to 4 plus 1. 5 is equal to 4 plus 1. 5 can be written as square root of 5 square. Square root of 5 square will be equal to 4 plus 1, and 4 is equal to 2 to the power 2 plus 1 to the power 2. Now draw a number line. Draw a number line. Let us draw a number line. This is a number line. Here, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and so on. In negative direction, -1, this is -2, this is -3, and so on. Now we have drawn a number line. On the number line, suppose that this is O, point 0 is O, and consider that 2, this point is A. Suppose that this is A. And OA on the number line, OA represents 2 unit on the number line. On the number line, OA equal to 2 unit length. OA equal to 2 unit length. Here 0.0 is O, this is 1 unit length, and this is 1 unit length. Both equal to 0 to 2, and it will be 2 unit length. We have taken on the number line 2 unit length, which is OA. OA equal to 2 unit length. Now, on the point A, draw a perpendicular line. On the point A, suppose that this is AM, and this angle will be equal to 90. Angle OAM equal to 90 degree. Angle OAM equal to 90 degree. Angle OAM equal to 90 degree. Now, this is line AM. We cut 1 unit length from AM. 1 unit length, which will equal to 0 to 1. With the help of compass, we can cut 1 unit length from AM. This is, suppose that this point is B point. So, cut 1 unit length. 1 unit length AB from AM. It means AB equal to 1 unit. AB equal to 1 unit. Now draw a line from O to B. This is OB. You can see that OAB is a rectangular triangle. By Pythagoras theorem, triangle, applying Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem on triangle O A B. You can see it that this is 2 unit. 2 unit. From O to A is 2 unit, and this is AB is 1 unit. AB is 1 unit. By Pythagoras theorem, square of OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. OA square, OA 2 unit. This will be equal to 2 square of 2, and AB 1 unit. This will be equal to square of 1. You can see it. Square of 2 will be 4 and square of 1 will be 1, which will be equal to 5. OB square is equal to 5. Then OB will be equal to square root of 5. OB will be equal to square root of 5. Now, this distance will be equal to square root of 5. OB equal to square root of 5. Square root of 5 unit. Now, with the help of compass, draw an arc taking distance OB. By compass, OB radius, we draw an arc. This will cut on the number line at point P. Let us imagine that this point is P. In this way, OB will be radius of that circle, and OP will also be radius, and radius of a circle are equal. So OB equal to OP. OB will equal to OP, and this will be equal to root 5 unit. OB equal to OP equal to root 5 unit. Question was, so how square root 5 can be represented on the number line? We have represented square root 5 at point P. Because of this, OP is equal to root 5. Then here point P is root 5. This was to be shown square root 5. On the number line, we have represented square root 5 on the number line by point P, and OP is equal to square root 5. Because of this, OB and OP will be radius of the circle, and radius of the same circle are equal. So OB equal to OP equal to root 5 unit, and this point P will represent the square root 5 on the number line. So these were the 3 questions of this exercise 1.2. Subscribe my YouTube channel Sangharshi Education and press bell icon for the notification of our new videos, and like my videos and share my videos. Thanks.